Eating watermelons are a great way to stay hydrated during this hot summer because watermelon is about 92% water. And that is why they are actually called watermelons, because of their high water percentage. But sometimes choosing the fresh, juicy watermelon can be such a difficult task because not all good-looking watermelons are tasty. It's such a disappointment when you cut into a watermelon and it's pale and dry, even when you tried to follow the famous tap test. But don't worry, in this video, I'll share some helpful, effective tips to help you confidently choose a watermelon that is fresh, bright red, and juicy every time you go grocery shopping. These tips work for both round and elongated watermelons, so anybody from any part of the world can use them. The first tip is to look at the rind color. A naturally ripe and sweet melon will have clear, darker green stripes running from top to bottom. The stripes must be clearly defined and not sparse or broken. In contrast, if the rind is on the lighter side of green and shiny, it could be an indication that the watermelon is unripe. Another most important tip is this yellow spot. This is the spot where the watermelon rested on the ground. A nice bright yellow spot means the watermelon had the time to naturally ripen when on the ground, meaning this watermelon will be juicy and crisp. If the spots are a bit whitish, it means they didn't stay long enough to ripen and they will taste bland or have no flavor. You also want to look for some of these brown crusty spots on the watermelon. Don't be quick to put these away thinking that they are bad. In fact, they are great. They are called sugar webbing or sugar spots. Farmers will typically call them the bee pollination marks. If a watermelon has them, it means the natural sugar actually comes through the rind, which will mean that the watermelon will be especially sweet and tasty. Watermelons offer numerous health benefits due to their rich nutritional profile. It is packed with antioxidants and vitamins that contribute to potential improvement to heart health, repair skin cells, and promote a healthy complexion. So always eat your watermelons. Another great tip is to check the navel or belly button of the watermelon. This is a small circular spot at the bottom of the fruit, directly opposite the stem end. One fun fact about watermelons is that they can be either male or female. Females usually have small and tighter belly button. They also tend to be sweeter, with thinner rinds. The male watermelons tend to have thicker rinds and less sweetness. This is one of the most effective ways of choosing a sweet and juicy watermelon. So always go for the female watermelon if you are looking for a juicy one. You can also look at the stem end of the watermelon. This is where the watermelon was attached to the plant through the stem. When the stem turns slightly brown, it means the fruit was allowed to fully ripen in the field before harvesting. So make sure you are choosing one with a brownish stem end and not a green one. Another fun fact about watermelons is that they are both a fruit and a vegetable. While commonly considered a fruit due to its sweet taste and growth from a flower, it's also classified as a vegetable because it belongs to the cucurbit family, which includes cucumbers, pumpkins, and squash. The next tip is to press gently on the watermelon rind with your fingers. A perfectly ripe and tasty watermelon should have a firm and elastic rind. It should be hard to touch and not feel soft or sunken when pressed. An overly ripe watermelon will have rinds that feel soft when touched and may leave some dents. This type of watermelon will have a grainy or mealy texture inside, which will provide a poor eating experience. I will also introduce the famous tap test. This is done by simply giving the rind a gentle tap and listening closely. If the sound is deep and solid, that usually means the watermelon is ripe, will be red inside and full of juice. But if the sound is flat and dull, it means the watermelon may be unripe and it won't taste too good. However, most people find it difficult to distinguish the different sounds, so the visual features are a lot easier, even for me. So the next time you go to a grocery store, make sure you are selecting watermelons that have darker green rinds, smaller and tighter belly button, and have sugar spots. With these tips, I am 100% certain you will be able to choose a fresh, tasty, and juicy watermelon. Always remember, choosing a tasty watermelon is a combination of many factors, and you need to check carefully to be able to pick the right one. Now, before we cut this open and do a taste test, let me know where you are watching us from. Please drop your country or city in the comments so I can connect with you more. Also, I can make subtitles of the videos in different languages, so let me know if you want subtitles in your language. If you've not subscribed to my channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. It helps me be able to bring more videos your way. There was literally juice coming out as I was cutting them. Both had a red color on the inside, but the one that had a bright yellow spot, tighter belly button, was more juicier and tastier. The inside also looked very crisp and not mealy or grainy. These watermelons were seedless. Now, contrary to what you might have heard, seedless watermelons are not genetically modified. They are as a result of hybridization, a perfectly natural phenomenon that farmers use. Today, seedless watermelons make up to around 85% of watermelons sold in the US. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button to support this channel. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.